felt like gaming news has been so down in the dumps. People have been so mad because, let's face it, gaming has been, for the last couple months, kind of a mess.
What is you talking about? Gaming is a mess. You got what? Avowed, South of Midnight. You got Doom Dark Ages coming out next month. Elder Scrolls Oblivion available right now, as well as Expedition 33 through Game Pass Ultimate. And you're going to sit here with this face and say that gaming has been a mess. Maybe if you've been gaming on PlayStation because Sony ain't been doing nothing besides bringing y'all TV shows, remasters, and remakes. That's all you people's doing is paying $50, $70 for the same games that you can play on a subscription service on Xbox. I mean, the PlayStation 5 ain't nothing but a joke at this point. And you got Nintendo with Mario Kart World, Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon ZA, even though it's not my type of game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. If anything, gaming has been the best it's ever been.
Especially with all that Nintendo stuff, bad price
points, here we go again.
Overpriced games.
Yeah, what about overpriced PlayStation 5 Pro hardware? You know, the same hardware that you ripped your girlfriend off telling her it was the PlayStation 5 Slim.
So these stories, I almost feel like PlayStation is hitting back.
Hitting who? PlayStation ain't hitting anybody, man. They looking like Trade for Boys in the Hood, throwing punches in the air, bro. What is you talking about, bro? PlayStation ain't hitting nobody because the games that you make ain't even hits.
The vibe that Sony is trying to directly attack Nintendo and kind of saying, hey...
What? Sony is directly attacking Nintendo? How so? Because they have the same price that they've been having for the past few years. Bro, come on, bro. Really? Is this what you doing? Are you really console warring over this, man? Nobody cares, bro. Ain't nobody gonna buy your game in favor of Mario Kart World. That's the facts. Say whatever you want, bro. Who cares? It's been priced at $70 ever since what? Final Fantasy 16 and Rebirth came out? And you're gonna sit there and say, Sony, they're trying to show. No, Sony ain't showing anything because y'all were the first ones that raised the price of the games in the first place. You big dummy.
That today they announced the release date. We're gonna take a look at the trailer and stuff, but Ghost of Yotei, we know when it's coming out, and with the announcement of the pre-orders, they said specifically, our games are going to be $70 for the default edition.
Yeah, and it's been like that for the past 3 years already.
We will not be jumping the price to $80 for the standard edition. Now, I'm happy about this because I've been making videos hating about how I do feel like Nintendo is getting incredibly greedy.
Oh, really? And Sony ain't selling $600 VR headset that ain't backwards compatible with the first one. Let's talk about that $700 to $800 Pro that you had to rip off just so you can get one from your girlfriend. You want to sit there? Matter of fact, let's also talk about the first people that decided to raise the price tag on video games, which was Sony. The same price tag that you're defending that Nintendo gamers are having a problem with. You guys ain't nothing but a bunch of hypocrites.
$100 for Nintendo Switch controllers is ridiculous. $80 for the games, that's ridiculous. But even $500 for the system. Across the board, I feel like it's so expensive. But I hate the fact that Nintendo's excuses, oh, the game is so big. Oh, the development costs are so high. It's worth that $80.
I mean, just admit that you're a PlayStation fanboy, man. You see that Nintendo game? I told you. If you're a Nintendo gamer and you was siding with Dreamcast guy, I told you, yo. He was never a Nintendo fan. Now, mind you, even if you're defending the price tag for Mario Kart World, it's still hypocritical. But at the same time, I can understand as to why Nintendo gamers like, well, why are you complaining about our high price tags when y'all did the same thing with the PS5 Pro, and you're one of the first few people that raised the to 60 to 70, at least in modern terms. I know about back then, but I'm just saying as in regards to modern terms, that's what PlayStation did. So Sony raised it first, and then Nintendo decided to double down on it with Mario Kart World. And now everybody wants to point the fingers. It's Nintendo. No, it's both y'all fault.
I feel like this is Sony's sort of way of saying, hey, we're still trying to make our games as cheap as we possibly can. We have some leaked financial reports where...
The last time I checked, I mean, you had Microsoft doing out Elder Scrolls, what was it? Oblivion, fully remade. I mean, some people would go as far to say it looks like a whole remake with how much they touched that game up, including the DLC. And guess what? It's $50. You look on the PlayStation Store, Days Gone, they selling it for $50. Come on, bro. Yeah, this ain't even no comparison.
Sony, inside their own internal documents, they spent $300 million making some of their games, like Spider-Man 2. I think that Sony is still in that frame of mind where they want you to buy a PS5. When you buy a PS5, everything you
Yep,
get
and Mario Kart World will make a person want to buy a Nintendo Switch too. What are we doing?
on the store, whether it is V-Bucks and Fortnite or their own first-party games, they make money on anything you buy on the PlayStation.
And Microsoft makes money off selling their games on your store as well. Let's talk about that. Let's act like 30% is worth more than 70 that Microsoft gets every time you guys go out there and pick up Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
They're trying to do the classic idea of, we want you to buy our system because even if you're not buying only our games, we're still making a bunch of money. I think this game is going to be 10 to 10 fantastic, and I think...
Of course, because it got the PlayStation, seal of approval from Dreamcast.
Kind of their effort to essentially keep people on that platform and buying stuff as much as possible. Ghost of Yotei, $90 or $100 for GTA 6. Okay. And let's face it,
I mean, your game is still $80. What are you talking about? Look at that digital deluxe version. Oh, but it ain't like that for the standard. To me, it's all the same, bro. Oh, you get a few more skins, few more horses. Okay, look like what you're showing. Still, that's still an $80 game. Oh, but it's not. It's $70 standard. So why can I not get access to this? I mean, this don't look like they took them that long to do. All they did was put a few costumes. I should be getting this as free pre-order bonuses just for pre-ordering your game. But look, Sony out here putting horses and swords behind a paywall for a digital deluxe version. That's crazy.
Going to sell. It's still going to be.
So essentially, you're selling this. You're selling this. You're taking portions of the game, right? And you're selling it separately for the digital deluxe, which will be an additional $10.
Selling game in the world, they could probably charge.
So how is Sony doing any better than what Nintendo's doing?
$200, and it's still a bunch of people, millions of people would buy it day one. But I think that once GTA 6 comes out, the gloves are off. I think Sony's going to follow that trend. Everybody's going to go, oh, I guess we got to make it $100. We don't really have a choice.
No, but they all talked about this. This is what you guys don't understand. They've already talked about this. This was already going to happen anyway. And like I said, man, you can enjoy the... And to be honest, Ghost of Yotei looks more like an acid flip. But hey, who's for me to say? I'm not paying full price for that game. That's not even a game that I'm looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward more to what Nintendo's offering than what you got with Sony.
I am happy that Ghost of Yotei is only 70. And I can't believe we're even saying that.
What do you mean? It says 80 right there.
I understand. I have had a chance to talk to a lot of game developers. They DM me. I have a chance to talk to them in person.
See, the difference is Sony's acting as if those things... See, what happened into the days, right, when you could play the game and you could just unlock stuff. That stuff should be unlockable. That stuff should be given just from beating the game or doing specific trophies to obtain these costumes. You see how they lock things behind a paywall? As far as I'm concerned, that's the $80 right there. That's an $80 game. They took DLC, they're taking horses, they're taking costumes, they're taking out specific aspects of the game just so they can sell it to you for $10. The game ain't even out yet, bro. This is the definition of why people don't care about gaming anymore, bro. Y'all can say that, well, say 70. Well, if I buy the $70 version, I can't get access to this stuff, even though it's day one.
And a lot of people have basically said that they're all kind of in a secret arms race. Everybody is afraid to raise their price, but everybody kind of feels like they need to. I've talked to game devs where they're like, well, it's so expensive, I don't want to put microtransactions in my game. I don't want to put all this gotcha and stuff like that. I want to just sell you a singular good product.
No, they don't, bro. And you didn't talk to no developer.
But in order to do that, I have to raise the price. Development is so expensive. Now, I still don't agree with those people.
Well, guess what? Now, see, the problem is with gaming, they think by raising the price tag, it's going to compensate for the gamer that doesn't buy the game. But all you're really doing is wanting to make gamers wait for the game to be dropped in price so they can get it cheaper. So raising the price, it's funny, they might even make more money if they sold it for $40. Y'all like, what do you mean, GameStop? Because that means more people would buy it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if I'm waiting on a sale, let's just say hypothetically, and I'm buying the game for $30, $40 used, Sony ain't getting that money anyway. You might as well get the $40 up front. This is why Game Pass Ultimate is successful, guys, because that money that y'all would normally pay $5 to $10 used for those Xbox games, guess where that money's going to every month? Game Pass. Straight up. Going straight to Microsoft's pockets. The days of waiting for a game to drop in price to $20 so you can pick it up and Sony don't get your money used. Well, this is what's going on. This is why companies are trying to remove physical media. because they understand that with physical media, that if I wanted to play this game, I don't have to give Sony my money for it.
They tell me that in person, I kind of push back and say, okay, then how can you make development cheaper? What can you do to actually make it so the game doesn't?
And I want to also explain too why digital is going to be the future of gaming, is because you guys know companies like Limited Run and how these people are making, games for the Switch. Now, mind you, see, I don't know if you guys know, when they do that, Nintendo, the middleman, gets cut out. You're like, what do you mean, GameStop? They get cut out. So when these Switch cartridges that come out from these other entities, and now, mind you, if it's in the store, they do get their percentage, but they don't get that much of a percentage when they do that. So, for example, if Limited Run, let's say if they make a game, right, and they make it for the Switch, Nintendo's not getting much of that money. It's all going straight to Limited Run. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you buy it in the eShop or if you buy it on Xbox or PSN, they get that cut every single time just because they have the game there as the storefront. Does that make sense? But when you got companies like Limited Run making these specific copies of games for your platform and you can play it, they can essentially cut out the middleman to where Nintendo or whoever is not getting much money. That's why physical media is dying.
Need to be $100. I do think that, unfortunately, we're going to start to see right after this. I think there is a good chance we're going to see a $100 Zelda. I think there's a good chance that Spider-Man 3, whenever that comes out, is going to be $100. I am disappointed about that.
Well, I guess Game Pass Ultimate looking pretty good now, huh?
That this might be the last $70 PlayStation game, which to me, still, my brain hasn't even fully digested that. But these have just been some off the cuff.
I mean, it is what it is, bro. You guys did it to yourself, and I'll say one thing. That Game Pass Ultimate looking pretty good right about now.